Hey guys, so this is something pretty cool I finally got around to doing. Jeremy Lee, Reduction Boss, actually asked me to do this, and this is like well overdue. So this is a gear reduction calculator on my website. It's super simple. You go in here, you put in which quad you have, you put in the tire size you want to run, you put in if you have thick or thin mud. There's some descriptions up here, heavy or light tire, and it tells you right here which gear reduction I recommend. So I made a giant Excel file, put in all my recommendations for these different machines, and this spits out an answer. The reason this is so great is because Jeremy and I spend probably 2 or 3 hours a day answering questions on which size tires should I run on my Honda with this gear reduction, which gear reduction should I order, etc. And the problem with those questions is, number one, it gets boring answering the same question over and over again, but I like to help people out. The real problem with that question is people ask it poorly. They say, which gear reduction do I need for my Honda? Okay, well, there's 4 pieces of information I need to know there. Which Honda? What's your tire size? Is your mud thick or thin? And are you planning on running a heavy or light mud tire? So this takes care of all that. I don't have to go the back and forth of asking you 4 questions to give you an answer. I can just send you a link to this website and you can find out for yourself. Of course, if you have more specific questions, feel free to reach out to either me or Jeremy. We'll help you out. Like if you want to run, I don't know, 38s. That's this chart only goes from 28 to 35 because that's what you should be running on a Honda. If you want to run bigger than that, some special stuff might be required. But there's some good notes and stuff on this page here as well. And of course, my advertising for my sponsors, one of which is Reduction Boss, which is why I did this for him. But yeah, so check us out. This link is going to be in the description of all my videos going forward. I need to add it to this page. That's my title page of my videos as well. But I think this will be helpful for all the Honda guys out there. I may eventually add more models to it. Right now it doesn't cover double clutch. This just covers foot shift or electric shift. So no double clutch, no DCT models. That's because those models are a little more complicated to figure out what size you want to run. And if you want to do a secondary, that's also more complicated on there. One thing that's worth noting is any of these that say like, let's do 500 with a 28, thin mud, thin tire, light tire. So that says a 20%. This is a 20% primary. There's also 15% secondaries, right? If you want to do one of those, you could swap that for 20% primary. They're pretty much equivalent. The secondaries go in the back of the motor, so if you're not familiar, they're a little more labor. You have to modify the speed sensor and stuff. So I usually recommend people just do the 15 primary, or excuse me, the 20% primary instead of a 15% secondary. But there's another option here. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions or you have any issues with this chart. I can obviously update this and update my Excel spreadsheet that it pulls from very easily.